Hello. Can y'all hear me just fine? I guess we'll see. Space, I can't hear the Minecraft sounds. Alright, there we go. There's Minecraft. Thank you. Hello, it's Minecraft time. We didn't play Minecraft last week, so I don't remember what we were doing. We really had a plan. Last time I was playing Minecraft, so the plan today, I think, is just to work on my house, because I'm tired of being houseless. Anything fun for Valentine's Day? That is an issue. I'm just gonna make another axe. We might also go mining. It's been a while. Can you hear the game audio? How about now? Alright, thank you, Space. I think they're saying. I'm gonna turn down that a little. Maybe we'll work on moving our storage system. It's quite loud. Alright. Ignore that. We have I'm gonna make a bunch of chests. We're going to work on our storage system so that we don't have to keep running all the way down there for storage. And right. Well, that's so dumb. I appreciate that they made it to where you could place chests next to each other, but they did kind of a poor job designing it. is all I'm gonna say. Because is this connected? That is connected. Yikes. Alright, now I'm stuck. Need more wood. Right, but when you click it, I was clicking it to the chest I wanted to connect to, but it has to you have to be kind of angled. You know how like you are with stairs when you're placing stairs? I promise. I'm not that bad at Minecraft. Issue is now. Right. Nope. That won't work. Alright. That's not so bad. Not so bad. Disconnected. Alright, nobody look at the direction the chests are facing because they're not going to be the same direction. Just ignore that and everything will be fine. More wood. Right. All right. Yes, Minecraft is usually the only gaming part. I just need 16. During the week, I always I always think about stories I should tell you guys, and then when I get to stream, I have nothing to say. It feels like it would be easier to place the chest from the roof down, but okay, I think we just have one last layer of the house to make. And then we've got the outside to work on a little bit. We could terraform. I'm very excited for Stompy's birthday. I went with Maya to the Austin airport to pick up Stompy, and Stompy was smaller than a football. Stompy was this big. I don't know if I have any. I don't think on this phone I don't have any pictures of baby Stompy, but Stompy was very little, was in the tiniest little dog crate I've ever seen. If I place signs on the chest, are they going to be difficult to open now? Definitely can't put them on those. Alright. I think it is organizing time. I made so many chests and I forgot that I had already so many chests. It's fine. It's fine. Now whenever I need to expand my organization again, I'll be prepared for it. Cool. I think I'm just gonna try and toss everything in these chests up here, and I'm not really gonna organize it too terribly much for the moment. Tough diorite, granite. Should I put the stone in with the cobblestone, or should the stone get its own? Should take this. Cute punk. Stompy was definitely cuter when they were baby, but I was probably also definitely cuter when I was baby. Just do that. Gravel. I'm big tired. Got plenty of storage. Plenty of storage. Bricks, dirt, dirt. guess glass can also go in there. Andesite. Glass. Do mud. Do glass at the bottom. Dirt. Alright, and then I guess we'll do all the wood. I didn't also any other baby haters in chat? Anyone else care to share? I don't know how to make the music any louder or any quieter compared to me, because on YouTube it's turned pretty much all the way down. I could just turn it. Alright, we'll try that and we'll see. Scream. It must be nice to be born precocial. Must be. Do saplings there. I'm gonna need to get something. Some more wood, more oak wood. I have so many seeds. I should make a composter as well. It's fine. It's all fine. I'm gonna put nether stuff. there. Tools. Alright, I think that's all the organizing I'm gonna do for now. Need to fix that. Don't know what I need to do up here. It's been so long. It's been so long. I guess we could also go mining. I need to plant some saplings. Is probably what I need to do, but do I want to? Not particularly. Fair enough. What is a screaming kitten? Is it just a kitten that's hungry, just like kitten noises is what you're getting at? The wall around the door. This is stripped oak log. If you right click a log with an axe, it takes the bark off it. The thin one? Oh, yes, it's just a bunch of trapdoors. If I go through and click. I think I need to build a bedroom area. But I don't know where to put it. To go see it from the outside. Looks a little rough. We're working on it. Feather falling. Absolutely no oak wood. But that's fine. So here is this. Alright. This wall needs to not be so flat, but we will work on it once we build everything up around the sides. That's a struggle. Maybe it's terraforming time. Maybe that's what time it is. Come out a good bit. Can't do that. I might need to go back to the creative world and revisit this build because I don't remember what I was actually trying to get at. What do you mean? Terraforming is a real thing. I've definitely used the term terraforming before in this Minecraft world. I'm sure of it. It's a long way down. I need more wood. And I don't want to terraform anymore until I have more wood, so let's go see. We'll work on it. No. I started playing Pokemon recently because I was bored and I found my old DS. And I've not played very many of the Pokemon games. The first one I played was Black and White, I'm pretty sure. And that was only because I think my brother had gotten it for Christmas or something, like had asked for it. And then I saw that he was enjoying it, so I started playing, and I think I accidentally saved my world over his, because you know in Pokemon you can only have one save, which is a little crazy, right? You can only have one save, right? And I haven't been only one file, right? Dumb. Yes, so did that. He didn't get very far. He wasn't even to the second gym yet. So I didn't feel as bad. But I really liked that game, and so I was like, I should get my own game, and I didn't realize how the Pokemon games worked. So I was like, I should get Pokemon White, and I didn't realize that it was the exact same game, just with a couple of different Pokemon. So I played the same game twice. And then I got Pokemon Diamond at GameStop, and then I just do not enjoy Pokemon Diamond as much as I enjoy Black and White. I think it was maybe, I felt like I really liked my starter in Pokemon Black and White, I always pick Oshawott. And I feel like Samurott is just such a good Pokemon. That, and I don't think, I'm not a big fan of the black starters. I always start with, or diamond starters. I always start with Turtwig. And Turtwig's fine. I just feel like all the other, with Pokemon Black and White, I feel a little, this might be silly, but I feel a little guilty playing Pokemon because, you know, you're catching Pokemon out of the wild. You're taking animals out of the wild, and then you're forcing them to fight each other. So I always feel a little bad playing Pokemon. But, so when I played the first time, I only caught, like, 3 Pokemon or something, and that was my team. And I got so far with just 3 Pokemon. And with, I feel like, and maybe it's just, maybe Diamond is more of how it should be, but with Diamond, I really have to know what the types are to be able to get it, make it through. I also played Pixelmon. Pixelmon was fun. I never got very far in Pixelmon. It was also kind of pointless in a single player world, but Tiny Ball, no enrichment. That is also so sad. I also felt bad, like, if you caught more than 6 Pokemon and then you just left them in the box because you didn't need to use them, I always felt bad. What's I gonna do? Yeah, you just end up using most Pokemon. Even when I'm doing types, like, I have a Luxio, and my Luxio has such a hard time against Zubat, which I know are flying poison, right? And maybe electric is weak to poison and I just didn't know that, but I feel like anytime I try to get my Luxio to fight a Zubat, it's a struggle. Also, Luxio doesn't learn any... I think Luxio learns Charge pretty early, but Charge isn't, like, you know, an offensive move. I think it just raises your attack or something. And Luxio doesn't get actually an electric type move for the longest time. Maybe I am just bad at the game. That could be why. When I first started playing, or when I played in high school, like, and tried to actually get into it, like, really, I found this app on your phone that acts like a Pokedex. It's called Data Dex. It tells you where you can find certain types of Pokemon in your game and catch them. And it tells you just everything about every single Pokemon. And it used to not have ads, but now has ads now. And it's so annoying. Very annoying. I don't remember what I was doing. We're gonna go mining. Because I don't have any... have no wood, and we're gonna wait for the trees to grow. Fortune. I don't need this boat. Boat can go in tools though. I got a lot of torches. I don't need that much steak. Torches. Alright. You stole a Pokemon book from the book fair. Did it help you any? We're gonna be here for a while. Are you not? You were a Fortune 3. Why are you? Something similar happened to me when I was little. I think that I might have maybe been a kleptomaniac maybe when I was younger, because I would like think about stealing a lot. I don't think I am anymore. But my grandmother took me shopping once, and like at the register, this was when I was really little. Like I don't think I was even in kindergarten yet. I was at the register with my grandmother getting something, and at the register they had these like tiny charms. I think for like cell phones. I don't know if you remember. Like in the headphone jack.
Wow.
Font underscore is subbed for 7 months, Prime.
Thank you. Whatever it's called. You used to be able to like plug something into the aux hole on your phone, and then people would put charms on them. And I didn't even have a phone at this time. I don't know what my plan was, but I took one and I left it in my pocket, and my grandmother did my laundry, and she was like, "Hey, where'd this come from?" And then she made me take it back and apologize to the guy, and I never stole anything ever again. So that method works. Another reason to not have kids. I don't know what JoJo's are. Uh-oh. Did I did mess up. It's like candy. 90s toy. Oh. I have always been obsessed with animals for as long as I can remember, and you saying marble made me remember that my grandmother, at my grandmother's house, she had this massive tub of marbles. It had to be somewhere around 100 marbles, and I would pretend they were sea turtle eggs, and I was their sea turtle mom. Is it -15 now? I've asked this, I think, just about every single time I've streamed, but have I learned? No. I was their mom. I didn't do anything, because sea turtles lay their eggs and leave. So I just had, and whenever we stayed at my grandparents' house, we'd sleep on air mattresses. And I just left them in a stack on my air mattress. Didn't do anything with them. Why -59? That's crazy. Alex calls me a horse girl a lot and says that I probably ran around on all fours on the playground, but I actually really disliked the girls who did that, because when they did that, they didn't look like anatomically correct horses, and I was like, why would you do that? I probably said that to some 7-year-old girl at some point. That is not what horses look like. I had a friend. So, when I was younger, I don't know if any of y'all went to YMCA summer camps, but during the summer, the YMCA would have summer camps, and they'd be hosted at different elementary schools. And I don't know how they picked the elementary school, but that meant like every year, every summer, you'd see the same people again within the same area, but y'all went to different schools. And there's this one girl that I would see every summer, and she was obsessed with cats. Like, obsessed with cats. Like, would lick the back of her hand and pretend she was a cat. Lick the back of her hand and, like, clean her ears. I don't know how to explain it. I have seen the girls who do competitive show jumping on, like, the wooden stick horses. You know how many times people have sent that to me and been like, this is you, it's not me. Thank you very much. I saw on TikTok, I'm all over horse TikTok. Like, there's so many funny horse videos I save, so I get recommended more, and I can't escape it. And because of that, I happened upon someone's TikTok of them, like, riding a wooden horse, but it was, I don't know what they had. It was, like, from their POV, and so all you saw was the horse's head. You didn't see the stick or anything. Not the wooden sticks. Right. That. I have seen that. And the horse head looked so real. Like, when the video first started, I was like, that is a horse. Why are you jumping in such a small, like, this is someone's backyard? And then I realized. since I'm also on horse TikTok, I get a bunch of like DIY, not DIYs, like hacks. You know how people make hack videos, and people for like horse shows will paint markings on their horses, and I don't know if it's for points or just for them to like look nicer, because I know your horse needs to be clean, but I don't know, I don't think you get extra points for your horse having markings. That'd be messed up. I know with I know dressage and then Western dressage, they're not Western dressage, just Western in general, they're pretty particular. Like with dressage, they want really subtle but nice looking, so you can get disqualified if your horse's headband, or what is it, brow band on their bridle has too many diamonds, or like if you're wearing too much lipstick or something, you can get points taken away. But Western riding is kind of the opposite, where I guess it is Western dressage or something, where you need to be wearing lipstick. You have to be so incredibly sparkly and all that. So because the painting markings on, I think, were for dressage. I also saw someone like running baby powder through their, it was something made specifically for horses, but it reminded me of baby powder. It probably was just baby powder and that person's overpaying for it, but they put it on their brush, their horse's brush, and brushed the tail to make the tail look more white, and it looks so bad. And now anytime I see a horse, I can tell like whether the markings are painted on or not. Why am I at bedrock? I shouldn't be at bedrock. Alright. Well, here we are. Don't think I mean to dug that deep. Let's do... when I first started, I didn't start riding horses until I was like end of middle school, but that was my first. So I had gone to a horse camp like once a week during the summer, so I don't count that as like actually knowing to ride horses, but I started middle school, and then around 8th grade I got a job and I started paying for horse lessons. But the place where I was going for lessons was just this woman who had her own trail riding business, and I just basically was a trail hand for her. I mean, I got to ride a horse, but I didn't learn. She didn't teach me anything. And then after that, I was like, oh, I think I want to try English writing. Well, that woman moved away, so I couldn't continue with her anymore. So I started at another barn, and I started at that barn because a girl I knew in my middle school was riding there. So I went riding with her. She was a higher level than me, so I didn't really have lessons with her. What happened there? That, I don't know. It was just some barn, and like I don't think many people boarded their horses there, so all the horses that were there were owned by the barn. And all those horses, terribly trained. So bad. They were all super barn sour, and I would get yelled at during lessons because my horse wouldn't make. They were also push button horses, is a term where for lessons or like for camps or something, they're just really safe, don't do anything unpredicted. Horse, you just put the kid on them, the kid can go forward, the kid can turn when the kid needs to turn, and that's about it. And so he put me on this push button barn sour horse, I couldn't make perfect 90-degree turns with it. He would like the horse would cut off the turn. And so this dude, like, instead of moving on or helping me, would just sit there and scream at me for forever because I couldn't make perfect 90-degree turns. And there were multiple lessons like that. I didn't like him. I thought I didn't like horseback riding because of that guy for a long time. And then what else happened? It was a bunch of that for a long time. There was it was a disaster. So I was, at the time, I don't think I was working anymore for lessons, but I showed my parents that like I was pretty committed to horseback riding, so they were paying at least part for my lessons, if not all of it. Oh, I also tried doing like work for lessons. I don't know if any of y'all have ever done that, but I had to muck 20 stalls for one lesson. 20 stalls, which doesn't sound that bad, but it wasn't just like scooping the poop off the top of the sand. He wanted all this. Also, it was sand. It was really bad. He wanted the sand sifted, and it was a time. So like you had to go through and sift all of the sand in each stall. So I think I only did that 2 or 3 times. Have y'all not seen those sifters? He had like this electric sifter. I saw one on TikTok recently, but I don't know. Any bedding that is small enough to fit through those sifters, I don't think is probably the best for the horse's respiratory system. Anyways, so didn't do much work for lessons. Yeah, exactly. Straw. I've seen people use shavings, and I think the shavings are so much better. The sand was so bad. What else? There was another horse that I rode. Well, so I rode this one horse. His name was Comet. He wasn't a horse. He was a pony. He was a Welsh mountain pony. Actually pretty tiny, but he was a sturdy guy. And so the barn would have barn shows, but to go like away from the barn and actually compete, you had to be doing 2 lessons a week. So I didn't have the money to do 2 lessons a week, so I only participated in the barn shows. And there was this one the shows were so badly planned because I don't know why, but there was one show where they had me going at the same time as this other girl on the same horse. So realized that, was like, hey, that can't work. So I went to go get this other horse that I'd been riding named Pilot. Or no, the other girl was riding Pilot. I was supposed to ride Pilot for the show, even though I rode Comet usually. And Comet hadn't been pulled out that day for anything because they didn't think he was going to be showing. So, like, at the time I was supposed to be showing, I had to, Comet, not Connor, I had to pull the horse out of the pasture. I had to groom him. He was completely muddy because it had been raining. And toss him on, toss all the tack on. Didn't make my perfect 90-degree corners, but that didn't seem to affect my score at all. But sometime before the show, I think I had been on Pilot, and Pilot was so barn sour. He'd like, not even barn sour, he'd run to the pasture, like all the way down, and like he would run and like wouldn't stop. You'd be pulling back as hard as you could. Barn sour. Barn sour just means a horse that doesn't want to be working, basically, has learned that. Yeah. Other horses. There was another horse named Desi, and he was a thoroughbred, and he looked like actually a brachiosaurus. He was so skinny. Did I say thoroughbred or racehorse? I always felt bad for him. I don't know what they were feeding him, but he was insane. Like, you tried to take him out for turnout, and he would trot circles around you because he was just so, like, he's like, I gotta get to the pasture. I gotta be there. So after a while of being yelled at because I wasn't making perfect 90-degree corners, this guy who I was paying money to instruct me told me, Ella, maybe horseback riding isn't for you. So I left that barn. Started at another barn that wasn't that far away. And my reason for leaving was, I wanted to get out of horseback riding. And then he saw me at that barn show and came up to talk to me, and it was the most awkward moment of my life. And I had progressed so much farther at that barn than I did at his barn, and I hope he suffers for eternity. I don't know why he felt like he had the right to yell at me, because I'd never even seen him ride a horse. At the next barn, I had a really good trainer. She was great, and then she moved, and then the next trainer I had broke her, like a couple of lessons in with her, broke her leg in an ATV accident or something. So we couldn't do lessons because she couldn't walk on the sand in the arena. And then when I did have lessons with her, she was just on her phone the entire time. The owner, well, I think at one point she was the owner of the barn, but I think it got sold. She was a mean lady. She was another, like, would just start yelling at you for no reason. Why is that such a common thing? I don't know. At that other barn I was telling you about with the guy, on days where it was windy, he would put a microphone, I guess, on me so that, because I wasn't able to hear him, so he'd put a microphone on me and I would get yelled at through the microphone. I don't think he ever yelled at me when I had the microphone on, but I was worried. Yelling at children is indeed unhelpful. Let's go see if there are trees. I should have brought. I didn't talk to very many of the kids at the barn because a lot of them were younger than you. So it was just weird. There was, towards the end of me riding horses, there was this girl that was also in my lessons with me. She was pretty young, and her mom must have had horses and was like trying to get her into horses. So the girl would ride her mom's horse, who was insane. It was so bad. She would like start sobbing in the middle of a lesson because the horse was scaring her. So there were so many lessons where I had to get off this horse that I've been riding for years and then get on this horse that was insane. I didn't know like any better at the time, but like my instructor, when he was being like his crazy little young horse self, she would just have me canter in really tight circles to wear him out. And I felt like I was gonna die every single time I got on him. My instructor's I rode named George, and he was very being ridden, but that you afford horses. So my instructor, I would always do like the arena, and I would just be sitting there trying to squeeze the horse to get him to go because I didn't want to like smack him. And then the instructor would like, if you didn't hit them, the instructor would come and like hit them for you. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Missed a bit of the story. It's the one, so when I started at those summer camps, I had someone in the same exact lesson tell me horses are so sensitive. They can feel when a fly lands on their skin. They can feel every muscle in your body. So you have to be really careful when you're riding them. You have to be very precise. And then also in that lesson, she told me, oh, the crop doesn't hurt them. Which I feel like, or she said like, they barely feel the crop or something. Which I don't think was true. Do I need to tell the story again, or? I can't confirm whether or not Heartland is actually a good horse show. I've never seen Heartland. I've seen people talk about it. There was one I watched called Free Rein or something, and it was so bad. So bad. Like, I imagine it was a good show, but I was so distracted by how unrealistic it was, I guess. That I couldn't tell you if it was a good show or not. I think I read one of the Heartland. Is Heartland the one that's based off the books? Because I think I read one of the books when I was younger. Yeah, I guess I don't know anything about Heartland then. I also realized recently that any book I read when I was younger, I would like get searching the book that I wouldn't return. I've noticed this with and movies. Like I'll go back and I'll rewatch it or I'll reread something and it's like I'm reading it for the first time. Alright, I have to go pee. I'll be right back. Is that the Georgie video? How we doing? We're Minecrafting. I have a brownie. I made them for someone and then I burned them, so they're mine. Stompy. Kayla and I recently had a sleepover and we got talking about wildlife rehab stuff. I think where they worked, there was a little bit of rehab, but it was mostly like bird of prey focus. It was all, she only ever really worked with birds of prey. This brownie's so burnt, I can't pull it apart. It's fine. But we were talking about rehab stories and how just the ridiculous things that happen. We were talking about people will call saying they have an animal, and I have a bunch of good ones. Let's see. What's it first? I actually didn't get these calls, but one of them I think was the vet tech at the rehab center got a call. Someone had found a baby raccoon and they were asking what to do with it. They were doing whoever found, talking about where they found it, giving all the information we ask about the animals, and she asked something about like it's not latching on, I think is what it was. And the vet tech was like, what? And she was like, yeah, how do I get it to latch on to breastfeed it? This wild baby raccoon, she was trying to breastfeed. And then another rehab center was talking to us, and they said they had something similar happen, but it was a really old lady, and it was with like a parrot or something. She was asking how to breastfeed a parrot. Like, why is that your first... People, why is that your first instinct? We had so many people try to give baby animals like cow's milk, just regular milk. I don't know which I prefer. Like, I don't know which I'd rather them do. Cow's milk, on one hand, is really bad for baby animals that are not cows. Probably also not great for human babies, I don't think either. You're not supposed to give human babies cow's milk, right? Yeah, I think goat milk, depending on the animal, I think people would also give them Espalac might be a brand, but it's like puppy and kitten formula. I don't remember. I shouldn't say. Hello. I was telling them about how someone called the rehab center trying to ask how to breastfeed a baby raccoon. It does. trying to play Minecraft. I don't know what to do. It's been so long. We organized some chests. Why are they all rocks? More rocks. And some dirt. You know, the basics. I'm trying to make my tree look more tree-shaped, but I don't have wood. Right now it just looks like a slab of wood. This is the last time I ever tried to be creative with a build. It's both. It's quite bad. To extend that maybe. I don't think I saw that movie, but I remember hearing about it because one of the guys in the movie got actually impaled and had to go to the hospital by the goat that's in the movie, right? So the arm thing, to scare Stompy away. I was doing a lot of research because I was really tired of Stompy trying to attack me. And a lot of people said just do it and put it over your head and then walk towards the emu, and it's like just another bigger emu. It works a lot better than like just sticking your hand out and trying to stop Stompy from attacking you. It works really well on Asera. Asera's terrified of me now. Have you seen me do the...
One.
Asera is so scared of it. I think that's what gets Stompy to go away, because Asera runs. Yeah. Best way to tell Snork and Moomin apart. Moomin, to me, looks fluffier. Moomin is physically bigger. But he just looks like Snork's fur looks more slicked back and Moomin looks fluffy. Moomin, I think, also has more round ears. And you just gotta look at their face a lot. The way I like to explain it is, you know how in animated movies with animals, like in the first movie, they'll be, I'm trying to think of an example. So you know How to Train Your Dragon? You know how Toothless, like, looks just like a regular dragon. And then when they add the Light Fury, the girl, they make her, like, very feminine looking. Like, they give her fake eyelashes and make her look like she has a chest, you know? That's how I like to describe the difference between Moomin and Snork. They look like animated. Snork looks like an animated female character. I didn't explain that very well, but I'm not able to explain it again, so don't ask. Moomin is also a little darker unless he's just rolled. I burned these brownies and I put sea salt in it, but I didn't grind up the sea salt first because I was like, it'll be fine. So when you're eating the brownie, there's just chunks of sea salt in it. don't believe I had. I think I've only seen the Georgie one. I should move my nether portal. Okay, this is moving. It's not like we ever need to go back there ever again. Are you wanting to leave here soon? Okay. I probably won't stream. I probably won't stream for too terribly long.
Okay. Space. I got a spray paint. Trap. It's time. Wait, how many do I do? What? 20. Sure.
I don't know what they're spray painting. Can you hear Mav when he barks? What's that?
I'm gonna spray paint the screen.
Is that okay for Georgie? Okay. What did the horse say when it fell? I don't know. That's a good one. That's funny. Oh. Oh.
Oh yeah. Wait, where's yeah.
Huh? The weather's acting like it might, so I checked online. It says there's a 50% chance of rain tomorrow, but it looks like it's just in the morning. Hopefully. I saw 7 a.m. A little rain never hurt any electronics though, so it's gonna be perfectly fine. What is that, Maya? It's very cute. To get slabs. in-game music because it happens, it doesn't happen consistently enough and people were upset by the lack of music or something. But now we've got it figured out where there are no ads, so what was I getting? Add an axe. I did have an axe. There it is. Yes, I should be. Just looks like a mass of wood. I think it would help if I went up here. This though. Alright. It's coming along. I think it's fine. Let's go. Get boy. It is already huge, but I think there's actually just one more level. So it's not so bad. Alright, a little bit of terraforming help. Let's go look at the other side. Needs terraforming, but not the worst. Not the worst. Needs terraforming. The front looks better. Definitely looks better. It's not a full tree. It's just the trunk of one. I think we have one more 30-degree night, but let me check. Alright, so it's saying we have 70% chance of rain tonight. Yeah, I don't see any rain past 7 a.m. tomorrow.
Yay!
Thursday and Friday both have nights that are in the nights that are in the 30s. But they could come in just for those nights. Because the days are, I think, pretty mild. That'd be a lot. I'm
People Pug, wow!
glad you don't.
Moto Masha resubbed for 12 months.
Thank you for the sub. Be a great mom, Maya, but I'm glad you don't have a baby. Alright. I think this is a good place to end the stream. Space, what do I need to do to start ending? Alrighty, thank you. Thank you guys for hanging out. Maya says goodbye. Thank you for watching me aimlessly play Minecraft.